My, wake up, wake up, wake up. And I want to tell you guys, greetings, greetings. We have some breaking news, and this is crazy. I mean, breaking news. Shout out to old son, Monique Hill in the house. This is unbelievable breaking news. Polight, the guy that some of you guys know as Polight, Brother Polight, has been arrested on charges. He's arrested on charges. And shout out to Tasha K for the information, because at the end of the day, I mean, this brother here allegedly raped a 14-year-old girl. Allegedly. But I can sit here and tell you it does not look good for Brother Polight. And I'm very, very, I have said this for a long time. I found something creepy about the bro. You know, the guy is a big polygamist. You know, these guys who want to be polygamists, they are like Nature Boy. They're all the same. Just like Nature Boy, they all the same. And it just happened to be the Pan-African, the champion of the Pan-African. And this is sad. This is one sad ordeal. And I can't believe what I have just, I'm going to play some of Tasha K's, and shout out to Tasha K, because I got this information from Tasha K. So Tasha K did break the news, and Tasha K will get the clout on this news. It is what it is. But I'll be goddamn. I mean, this is what we're talking about in the conscious community. This is what we talk about, conscious community, and some of these people that are on these platforms. We were talking about a nutcase just yesterday. And some of these guys are on platforms. Some of you young ladies and men out here donating to these channels, donating to people who are just as weird as outdoors. Some of these people have been in prison. Some of these people are not. I have said this many times. You know, when you look at Omar Johnson and you look at Polight, all these people are far. I mean, you can just see that there are mental cases. That there are mental cases. Anybody that believes that they can touch a young child is a mental case. Anybody that believes that you're a grown-ass man and you feel that you can have sex with a young child, you got to be a sick motherfucker. You got to be a sick motherfucker. And this brother here needs to be exposed for what he is. Some of you guys build these guys up on these YouTube channels. We seen it with young Pharaoh. We seen the falling of young Pharaoh. We see these guys out here, out here making so much money, who are supposed to be so conscious, but so detrimental to the community. So conscious, but so detrimental to the community. Full of shit. So I'm gonna play this soundbite, and y'all gotta because like I said, shout out to Tasha K for breaking this news. At the end of the day, it's not me. It's I got to give credit to the person who did break the news first. Okay, so just give me 1 second, and I will play the audio. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is what we're worried about when it comes down to our Aboriginal people. This is what I worry about with our people, these Pan-African Americans. It's just a whole lot of bullshit. Let's give it 1 second. And we glorify these guys. We glorify these characters. We go, Tommy Sotomayor and all these big channels does not mean that these people are not detrimental to the community. These people are the worst. Some of the worst are the worst. And it is what it is. Give me 1 second. I'm having technical difficulties trying to even get the video out. And it is what it is. But once again, for those who coming in, breaking news. Polight. For those who know Brother Polight, Brother Polight is a Pan-African. You know, a lot of people don't know this guy. He's a Pan-African historian. The brother really believes that he's an historian. So here's Tasha K. I need a breaking news. It's gonna be short and sweet. I just want to put this information out, okay? Well, okay. 16 seconds until we get this show started. No, not I just got it. Okay. Straight from Miami Dade. Hey, now you know I got to do this. This is coming out of Miami Dade. Now, of course, listen, before shout out to Ab TV. Ab TV in the house. It seems like I am getting serious technical. For those who want to see the breaking news, you may want to go to Tasha K channel and you can see what's going on. 14-year-old allegedly raped by Brother Polight. 14-year-old allegedly raped by Brother Polight. Now this is one of the guys that we seen him go against the Hebrew Israelites. We seen this brother go up and down with Sinetta TV. TV. We seen Brother Polight in many competition debates. We seen Brother Polight come from rags to riches off of social media, off of YouTube, the money that he makes off of the people. It's sad. It's sad. It's a damn shame. And this is the fucking we talk about when it comes down to social media. And this is what we're trying to stop with the Aborigine on our side. Because I'm telling you, like I told you, what are we? Are we the next coming of the so-called African Americans that are Pan-African Americans that are out here? I mean, this dude here has been dusty. This dude has been a sick motherfucker for a long time. I have been watching him for a very long time, trying to see his moves. He's very fast talking. You always got to watch. He's very great with words. But this guy here is very detrimental to the community. One has just came to my desk in what is about to flip the internet, okay? We got some sponsors that we need to brag about. Hold that thought, like this video, which means both trades where it's going to go. Let's put the wine down for a second because that sounds like we're gonna open up the panel in a few seconds. Go ahead, Chris. We'll be opening up the panel. We'll be putting the link in the chat. Anyway, Michael Noah, aka Brother Polight, as you guys know, him as was just released from Miami, and he was charged with raping his girlfriend, his 14-year-old daughter, okay, in a hotel room. All right, now, and before you say, oh, they're just trying to take him down, no, they just got his motherfucking seat. Now listen, I'm gonna read y'all what just came in on the transcript. Like I said, he was charged with raping his 14-year-old daughter, his stepdaughter, which he was charged with raping. I want you guys to understand that Some of you guys are going to say, just as she's going to speak in a few minutes, some of you guys are going to say.
All right, so defending Noah, who is Brother Polight, 37, and the victim's mother, Arocho, who's 31, were dating for over a year. And on, I believe, 2021, at approximately 0 hours, defending Noah requested Mrs. Arocho, who is the mom to the daughter, to allow him to take the victim, who's known as TS, 14 years old, to an after party in order for him to speak to her and mend the relationship between mother and daughter. Okay? Defending Nowak and victim TS, who is the daughter, responded to, I guess, Club E11. Now, I'm reading it how it's put into the system. Okay, so that's what I have is a printed out report of what they have written.
We keep getting a pause. They did find sperm on his sperm. They did find his sperm. For those who wondering if they're just saying allegations against Brother Polight, they did find sperm on the young girl, and it was his sperm. Okay, so I want you guys to understand that the sperm that they found on his stepdaughter was his. Okay, shout out to Love Tam, Gretchen Helm, Chief Willie Hare. We gotta read it.
It sounds like the first 48 shit. Damn, I need some chapstick here. Anyway, and so I guess they went to Club 11. It was on 29 Northeast 11th Street, Miami, Florida. Upon arriving, the club was closed. Defending Nowak and the victim TS went to a hotel room at 1100 West Avenue, Unit 319, Miami Beach, in order to wait for the new party location. Well,
just give it a second. We getting technical difficulties on my phone, so it'll be coming in and out. Remember that they did find his sperm in the little girl, 14-year-old. Remember that that it was a 14-year-old girl that is allegedly his stepdaughter, and it was found that she had sperm that matched his. Okay. Shout out to EP, shout out to the Drizzle Gang. You know, this is nothing that somebody could say that they're making it up. This is some valid truth that's out here. The Brother Polight has actually is arrested, and they actually got proof that he has stains of his sperm into the young lady. Okay, so I want for you to get any of the full details. Remember, you gotta go to Tasha K, because she's the one who broke the news. Okay,
in his hotel room, the defendant Noah provided the victim, who was 14, with numerous alcoholic beverages in which she consumed. The victim, who's 14, stated that
now she consumed numerous of alcohol beverages. Remember that he got her drunk. So he's giving her alcohol beverages. Okay, y'all gotta understand that he's getting her drunk and having sex with his so-called daughter. Okay, this is supposed to be his daughter, his stepdaughter. I don't give a damn if it ain't his blood daughter. But this is supposed to be his daughter, and she's 14 years old. Okay, this is a guy that we all have heard from on the social media platform.
And I guess touching her inappropriately all over her body, groping her, and groping her thighs and her butt. And furthermore, the victim, who is his girlfriend's daughter, hold on, I'm almost forgetting where I'm reading. Okay, stated that defendant Noah sat her on the bed as he pulled out his, and outside of his boxers, okay, shorts, underwear, while he grabbed her head and pushed it towards his genital area, and victim TS lost consciousness.
And the victim lost consciousness. The victim lost consciousness. As he got her so drunk, she lost consciousness. Okay, so he's giving alcohol to a minor.
Now he's supposed to be a conscious leader. That little girl, okay. I'm telling y'all gonna learn today. She later awoke while the defending Noah was forcibly trying to make her throw up by pushing his fingers in her throat and down her throat. Defending Noah, who is Brother Polight, okay, then took victim TS to her mother's hotel, who was staying at another hotel in Miami on Collins Avenue, where Miss Orocho noticed, who is the mom to the daughter, that the victim TS was severely intoxicated and possibly under the influence of an unknown drug, and the 14-year-old victim had severe swelling on the victim's mouth, lips area. Defendant Noah, who is Brother Polight, told his girlfriend, Miss Orocho, not to call the police because if she did, she would ruin his career. This is exactly
she would ruin his career.
Let me keep going. So after he told her, don't call the police because she would ruin his career, Miss Orocho, the mother to the 14-year-old daughter, transported the victim, her daughter, to Mount Sinai Hospital, where she disclosed sexual battery. Victim TS, the 14-year-old victim, was transported to Roxy Bolton, rape treatment center that was in Miami, where all her clothing was collected and a kit was performed and collected. Said evidence was transported to Miami-Dade County Forensic Lab, where it was analyzed on 5/4/2021. Results from Miami-Dade Forensic Labs were received, where it confirmed that the victim TS had a total of 6 semen stains, confirmatory stains on her shirt and scarf. A DNA warrant was obtained and served to defending.
So he was skeeting all over the little girl. All over. Oh my God. You can't make it up.
And on 8/10/2021.
On the sleeve.
The Miami-Dade Forensic.
On the scarf.
Where it confirmed the semen was found on victims. The TS clothing matched the defendant Noah. Okay, he was since arrested. He has bonded out. And here's what happened. He went in thinking he was just gonna skate through and nobody knew who he was. Because you notice this ain't hit no other publications but mine, okay? And the prisoners was like, ain't you Brother Polight? He was like, no, that ain't me, okay? That ain't me. And then when they said Brother Polight to him on guard, he turned around and said, yes, peace, my brothers and blessings. Because he had forgotten a lot. Now, in addition to that, they asked him, are you in here for raping your girlfriend's daughter? He said, no. This is bogus. This charge happened over 14 years ago to keep the niggas off this ass. Okay, and with that being said, now we gotta go. We'll be back tomorrow night for a full in-depth analysis on this fake ass nigga here, okay? We got some fun.
I can sit here and tell you that shout out to Tasco, the CEO, shout out to Ty Bronson, shout out to Lovetown that just came in the house, shout out to all once again the Drizzle Gang, Rashawn, shout out to Rashawn. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. And then he, to keep people off his ass, he said this happened years ago. And this is unbelievable. And these are the people that you have been trusting in. Some of you ladies, some of you men who donated to this man, who have made him a millionaire to this day, because I think he's almost a millionaire off of social media. Young Pharaoh, off of social media. All these people who believe in these young men who are toxin to the community. Now, this young lady, 14 years old, is going to be scorned for the rest of her life. It's going to be scorned for the rest of her life. Not only did he have sex with her, he drugged her by alcohol. And nobody's protecting children. And this has been going on for so many. It doesn't matter who you like because you like them on social media, because you like them as a celebrity. There should be no we can't tolerate this shit in the conscious community. And this is what I worry about in our community, which is the Aborigine community, because that's what we are following in the footsteps of the fuckery. Some of the people that are representing us. With some of the people that is representing us, we are following in the fucking footsteps. Are we losing ourselves out here? Some of these people can't get a goddamn job. Some of these people sit on computers 24/7. Some of these people are convicted felons that cannot get a fucking functional job. So they stay 24/7 on the computer. And these are the people that you are making rich. You got Nature Boy out here that's made a killing on social media on manipulating polygamy and fucking over women and men. And you guys have paid for that fucking. You guys have allowed this shit out here. These are animals out here who can't get a job and have made social media a job manipulating the people. Umar Johnson can live in a box and still get paid. We're still waiting on that school, Umar. We're still waiting on the school. We're still waiting. Where are the funds to the school? Because you got a piece of junk that's sitting out there somewhere in on the East Coast. And this is what's going on. Aren't you tired of throwing your money away to these so-called leaders? And they'd be in the house? Rashad? Are we tired? Tony, shout out to Tony. Are we tired of the same BS? Giving your money and support to people who ain't making differences in your community. This is the shit been going on for a long time. We have multiple people out here. And Sinetta TV, I know you ought to feel ashamed. Sinetta TV, you ought to feel very ashamed because these are your heavy hitters. Young Pharaoh, Brother Polight. These are your these are your heavy hitters that made you relevant. And we're watching the Pan-Africans fall right before our eyes. Keisha Murphy in the house. We're watching the Pan-African Americans fall right before our eyes. And like you say, Sinetta will not speak on this. He's not going to speak on it. See, this money, all this shit is about money. All these people supposed to be your hero. Polygamy. He's a polygamist. A man that wants to be a polygamist is a man who has a sexual problem. A man who can't handle one woman that has a sexual problem. You need to watch out for a man who wants multiple women. Any man who can't hold down one woman, one strong woman, because I've been dealing with the one strong woman for 21 years of marriage. And I know I can't handle 4, 5, 6, 7. She's strong enough by herself. And they don't understand what polygamy is. When you a polygamist is supposed to make sure that every one of his wives are comfortable and each one of them have their own home. They're all supposed to have one of their own. They're all supposed to have their own home, own vehicles. They are separate beings. African Bambata. Yes, that's another one who's been running all through these people ass. Yeah, not the thank you, Arman. African Bambata. There's this other brother out there who's claimed that he's been molested by African Bambata. Son kiss in the house. It's crazy. And this is the shit we've been listening to for all these years. We've been listening to these people. We gave them their time. We have gave the Pan-African Americans, we gave y'all time. Your time is up. Shout out Chief Willie Hare. Your time is up. Your time is up. No longer should we listen to your fuckery because we know you were false. All you guys were clout chasers. All you guys were money makers. That's what you guys were. And we worried that shit is going to come over here in our community because we have a couple of people in question in our own community. Even in our Aborigine communities, we have some people in question. Don't Brother Polight have a 14-year-old daughter that went missing about a couple of years ago? Yes, I made a video about it. 14-year-old daughter that went missing about a year ago. It was not a couple of years ago. It was a year ago. For those who go through my videos and want to see some of my old videos, I was sitting up there worried about them, man. I can never. I was having compassion for the man because I was like, anybody to lose a child, it's a hurting thing to lose a child. I haven't lost a child, but just the thought of losing a child. So we all was out on alert. If you seen his daughter out there in Miami, and is this the same daughter? I don't know. It may be, but for most polygamists, they believe in building nations within their children. It's like Nature Boy. They will have sex with their own children to keep the same bloodline flowing. They believe that to have sex with the children is to keep the same bloodline flowing. We boogie in the house. Copper TY. Color Copper TY in the house. And that B in the house. I want people to understand this. That they believe in to create nations that they have to keep their blood pure by having sex with their own children. Brother Lawrence in the house. With their own children. Now, granted, this is allegedly his stepchild. So that's even worse for the young lady because that's his stepchild. Knowing the facts that we know and what we're hearing is the brother stepped so low to deal with his own stepchild. I don't care if it's your stepchild, it's still a child. It doesn't matter what it is. A friend of the family is still a child. It's irrelevant on what it is to the family. The bottom line is we have to look out for the children. And you got to be a nasty son of a bitch to be a grown man to try to penetrate in a young woman, young man. I don't give a damn what it is. You got to be some kind of filthy, nasty son of a bitch. You have to be the lowest of the lowest to mess with children. That is something that may have happened to him, that has repeated to himself, and he's only doing things that was taught to him. But damaging children, that lasts for life. These are things that last for life. And I chose to speak on this matter because we won't tolerate it in our community. Knowledge seeker in the house. We will not tolerate this kind of fuckery in the Aborigine community. This is something that we won't do because we got a couple of people on the fence that I hold question to that's in our family. So I'm telling you right now, it is what it is. You have seen back in the days. I have been watching Polight. He at one time I was into the Hebrew Israelites. At one time I was into the Hebrew Israelites, and I watched Brother Polight out there in the streets, going back with Lazaria and all the Hebrew Israelites. Shout out to Wilmore Reed. I'm going to repeat what happened today. What happened today is we have breaking news. Brother Polight was arrested today, allegedly raping his 14-year-old stepdaughter. And what makes this valid is the fact that they have the sperm that was found. They matched the sperm to his sperm that was found on the young lady's sleeve and on her scarf. This is what, so we can't say that we don't know that, we can't say that they just making something up on this guy. KD3M3CHAN1C, Fury, Tano, how you doing? Peace and blessings to you. Shout out to Chris Jackson. And like I said, it is what it is. It is what it is. We got I don't give a damn about the views. I give a damn about justice. And we have to call out these people. I don't give a damn how much you look at these people as your hero. We have to call them out. And that's the same thing when it came down to young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh wife exposed young Pharaoh, and young Pharaoh ain't been the same since his wife exposed him. Matter of fact, young Pharaoh hasn't been the same since YouTube booted him off. And these guys are out here. These guys are out here. These are the people that our people has been listening to for years. Umar Johnson, all these people who have all these serious flaws, our people have been uplifting for years. These handicapped motherfuckers. And it's sad. And they get all the views, and they sit up there in their house. They're making millions, thousands of dollars off of you. And you ought to feel shitty. You ought to feel disgusted. You ought to feel stupid. Everything. You ought to feel that way. You ought to feel that way because at the end of the day, you trust in these people. You don't know these people from Adam to Eve. You don't know none of these people. You don't know me. You don't know any of these people. You don't know people in person. You don't know their lives. So why invest everything into these people that you don't fucking know? You give your hopes and dreams, your last money to people that you don't even know. These people have backgrounds that you would not even think of. But you give your heart, your spirit, and your time to these people who have disappointed our community left and right. And it's sad. This goes to show we could have been turned with this goes to show we could have been turned the system on its ass, but many of our own kind doesn't want to be. And like I told you, we have so many people who still want to be gangsters and thugs, but spread the knowledge. Gangster, thugs, and pedophiles who still want to spread the knowledge to the people. You got people out here who want to be a gangster, a thug, and a pedophile. It's crazy. It's crazy. And that's the legacy that they live on. No matter all the good works that he put in, nobody's going to remember all the good works that he put in because of because of the fuckery. All the good work that Brother Polight put in, nobody's going to recognize it because of what he has done to this young lady. Children should be off limit to any situation. There's no excuse to what goes on with children. We have to protect our children. Shout out to Robert Jones. Shout out to Robert Jones in the house. You heard me? Shout out to Robert Jones. It's straight up. And it's sad. It's sad. And like I said, I had to shout out to Tasha K. Skinny Game. Shout out to Skinny Game. I did, I did see the Skinny Game out here talking about it. It's just sad. Shout out to what's up, Rainstorm in the house. Rainstorm, brother, what's up? Shout out to you. This really, really hurts the community. Even though he's not a part of our Aborigine people, he still has melanated skin. And we get this is another thing that is dampering in our community. Shout out to the telepack God 888. What's up, spiritual God in the house. It's sad. It's sad, and it's low vibration. It's sad. I never understood how people could sit up there and listen to Nature Boy and some of these people out here who are out here influencing. All these are sex demons. All these people are sex demons. They can speak a good word, but they're sex demons, and they are predators against our children and against our people. These are predators, and these predators need to be dealt with as what we need to deal with them. There's no need for them on social media for our children can be able to listen to their fuckery. Shout out to Jersey Williams. There's no reason for this shit, man. Umar Johnson is gonna be next because Umar is another person that has been manipulating these people, men and women, for their donations and whatever. It's gonna be a matter of time, for Umar Johnson to fall right down for good because he's not racketeering charges. He's gonna have a lot of charges against him, money fraud, a lot of things that's gonna come against him because, like I said, at the end of the day, it's all about results in the community. Always, everything in life is about results. Everything that you take will come back to you. Everything that you take from people will come back to you because these people depend on you. These people depend on you to lift them up every day. I know how many times I tried to try to deny certain people who just don't have. Shout out to 111 Truth Searcher in the house. It's sad. And once again, like I said, it's breaking news. Polight busted 14-year-old stepdaughter. He was found. It was found that his semen was on the child's clothes. She was drugged. She was overdosed. She was drugged. And she didn't know where she was. She was knocked out completely. And she woke up with his semen on her. So this is not nothing that we can sit there and say, well, you know what, they just trying to take Brother Polight down. This has nothing to do with trying to take Brother Polight down. Brother Polight is taking Brother Polight down, taking himself down. Like I said, I felt compassion for the brother when he lost his daughter last year. For those who go check the video out that I did last year, it's sad. And for you to turn around and molest your 14-year-old daughter, what turned you on, bro? What a 14-year-old, how did she turn you on? Aren't you a polygamist who has like 6 wives, 4 or 5 wives in the house? 4 or 5 wives in the house. You're a polygamist who have 4 or 5 wives in your house, and you need to turn to a child? See, it's not even about the sex. These people are sick. These people are sick. The brother said, when you begin to establish your own channel and your own platform, all in the name of your people, you have to keep in mind that you are now have to lead by example, and not only for your family, now for your people. That is the quote of the day. That is the quote of the day. And I've told people many times, you got to live by example. People are watching you, and yes, you're gonna keep getting money, and you're gonna keep watching you. And that's this other brother. For those who in the chat that probably tell me about it, he goes after Kwame Brown. I can't think of the young man's name. He's another one that has mental illness. African Bambaataa allegedly raped him. He said when he was young, yet he still be saluting African Bambaataa. I can't think of the young man's name, but for those in the chat who can pretty much figure out who I'm talking about, but African Bambaataa was his boy, but yet you know. Yeah, Hassan Campbell. That's just thank you for bringing up Hassan Campbell, and that's a fact. That's a fact. Hassan Campbell's another one. And nuts. These guys are nuts, but they got all the views. They got all the views. These guys got all the most psycho. This is what conscious community is about. This is what consciousness is about. These are the guys that we come on YouTube to look for, to look up to. These are the guys that represent the people. I, I can't make this up. Is this the guy? Is this the guy that is representing the people? Is these the guys that's going around, that we see, that our children have to lead to? Shout out to Maria. Shout out to Doc Ozan. I don't understand this. I don't understand what's going on. And if we don't expose the truth, we are just as fucked up as them. If we don't come out as Aborigine people and expose these bastards on who they are, we are just as fault as them. If we are quiet and don't stand up for our people, we just as worse as them. Why should we be here if we can't stand up for our young people? We're losing our young people to pedophiles. And the circle goes on and on and on. Drizzle Game said, these are the same people who looked up to people like Al Sharpton and Messy Jesse. I want to say Messy Jesse too. Messy Jackson Jesse Jackson is the reason why we still going around, why we got people calling themselves African American. There was not a copper melanated person walking the land calling themselves African American in the 50s. In the 50s, in the 40s, in the 30s. They were not calling themselves African Americans. But this Negro, this Boule, let's keep hope alive. Let's keep hope alive. This is Messy Jesse, who wants to keep hope alive. Is a money-making fool. He sold our communities because he wanted to be exposed to money. His money is the root of all evil. No matter how they start, it's how they finish. No matter how they start, it's how they finish. You can talk a good game in the beginning, but once the establishment get a hold to your ass, or you're going to be the same in the end. Once the establishment get a hold to your ass, you can be just like Martin Luther King. You can start saying, I got a dream. You can speak all the great words. But once the money come in, are you going to be the same in the end? Thomas Sotomayor, I'm glad you bring these names up. Another fraud. This is a man that paying people to just fans only. This is a brother that for just fans only, and he's another guy that sells out to the people, to his own people. Another guy who sells out on his own people because he has more white people. These are people who have self-hatred for themselves. Jesse Lee Peterson. Jesse Lee Peterson loves the white man more than he loves you. Jesse Lee, he don't love himself. He said, just like you heard him say, oh, just like I hate your neck. I hate the neck of Wesley Snipes' neck. Forrest Whitaker, then he goes shivering. These are the people that turns on our people. These are the Sambos of the world. These are the Sambos who have gotten us so separated to this day. These are the people who are destructive agents to our people. These are the people who we got to watch. And we got some in our community. We have some in our community. Al Sharpton spoke at a neighborhood drug dealer funeral because the community felt the cops killed him unjustly. Brother Al is something. See, Brother Al Sharpton knows when to come in. He knows the time to come in. He knows when it's right to come in. He knows when the money is right to come into the family. Because that's what the problem with our people. We so busy or cool with our people. Oh, yeah, man, now that's Al. We got our people. Our people are afraid to rat on each other. And this is why our drug game is always going to be the same way. Our people are afraid of their own communities. We got to stop being afraid. The sad part is the people in the 50s and the 40s, they was not afraid of they were more together. We got to get to the point where we're not afraid of these young people no more. Shout out to DBPA. We got to get to the point where we're not afraid of these young people because these young people are ruining our destiny, ruining our future. These young people, some people can't even go to the big cities like New Orleans, Louisiana, can't go to no New York, can't go to certain situations because it's our people. We got all these OGs on social media, don't condone what's going on in the communities. We got social media. They get on social media, they still want to be gangsters. How you gonna be a person that is talking consciousness, but yet you won't be a gangster. But you running our children up to the darkness of hell. You still want to be 21 when your ass is nothing but 55 years old and still want to be 21 years old. You haven't grown in your life. You still want to be like the young people. You still want Omega Red in the house. Peace, family. When are you going to understand that there's a time to be a young boy and there's a time to be a man? There's a time to be a young boy and there's a time to be a man. When are you going to understand growing up is growing up? Some of our people don't want to be a man. Some of our men don't want to grow up to be a man. They still want to run the streets. They had a brother in our community telling me that I'm whipped to my wife. Telling me I'm whipped to my wife. I'd rather be whipped to my wife than been lonely in a lonely room somewhere down in a country land sucking my own shit. Some of you brothers got problems not understanding the value of your woman. You'd rather be with the boy than you are with your woman. You'd rather hang around the fellas all day long than be with your lady. There was a time when I was young and I wanted to do all that. But then it was the time that I had to grow and understand that it's okay to be with my woman. It's okay to be inside. It's okay to do things with my woman. When you start getting 21 years, 24 years being with the same person, you have to understand that that is your best friend. Right, wood in the house. You turn to that and look and say, you know what? I'm with my best friend. I'm with the person I should be with. And a man who wants to be, it amazes me that a man who can sit all day fucking long, be in women's DMs, always and doing things that they ain't supposed to be doing, wanting attention, still lurking for attention. There's a time and a place when I was a young man. There was a time and a place that I'm developed. I'm 46 years old now. There's a time when you're supposed to be a young man, and there's a time when you are a man. And there's a time for development and growing to a man. That's why these children are messed up, Tony said. This is why Tony said, and I can tell people, I say, you're going around with the wrong ideas. That's why these children are messed up today. This is why these children are messed up today. They don't have nowhere to look to. They don't have a father in the house. They don't have an OG. The men like me who are there for their children, have 4 sons who are in the household. I'm the one who's getting fucking knocked for being a father, being a great man who is married. I'm the one who getting knocked. How you gonna knock a real man who's there for his wife, who's there for his children? How are you gonna knock me for doing the correct things, doing the righteous things? How are you going to condone righteous? Because it's not popular when you are doing righteous. When if I was out here hoeing and being into the DMs of my people the people that follow me, showing dick pictures, doing unrighteous shit, then I would be getting more views, more of attention. But when you are actually doing righteous things, when you're doing it the right way, you're in the middle. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. It may be boring to you. Your life might be boring. They don't accept the right words. They deny the right words. They avoid people like me. Oh, he's just an old man. He's 46 years old. Oh, he's telling me with too much of what I don't want to hear. Shout out to Brandon Rogers. Dominique in the house. It's crazy. But this is what you want. We sit here and we listen to these guys. We got life coaches out here. I mean, goddamn, you need somebody to tell you how to tell you how ugly you are, how beautiful you are. What the fuck you need a life coach from? I never understood that. A life coach. A life coach. God, I mean, you guys make these people popular. Do you even see the guy that's the life coach? Do you even see some of the people that call you fat and lazy? Do you even see the people that are putting you down? Yeah, Queen and Princess channel. Unfortunately, Polight likes 14-year-old girls, allegedly. But they won't talk consciousness. Oh, they won't. And it's a fact. People don't want to hear the truth. It's too old-fashioned for these people. Because, see, let me tell you something. For all you out there who want to know what a chief is a servant. And that's all. That's all a chief is a servant of the community of his people. Nothing special. A servant. Shout out to the original copper. And this is a fact. Gretchen Hound. And it's sad. And we we got our enemies, the Mongoloids are out here, the Caucasians are out here, the Africans are out here, and they're laughing at us. They're laughing at you as a community, as a people. They are laughing at us. They are laughing because they see nothing but entertainment out of you. See, just like back in the days where they were, with the buck dancing and tap dancing and shit, they look at you as entertainment. And that's what they see you is, entertainment. You're not special to the outside. You are entertainment for these people. So while you out here bickering and bitching with each other and giving them more entertainment, while you out here embarrassing the community, this is what they're enjoying. But you're not relevant. That brother Young Pharaoh, as he was driving, he was sporting his brand new Corvette that he made off of social media, thousands and thousands of dollars that he made off of social media to buy that Corvette. While you up there, some of you guys are living off of hoopties and shit. Some of you guys are living off your hoopties, and this motherfucker riding around in a Corvette. These are the this is what happened. This is what we have become. This is what social media is all about. This is what conscious community. This is what your definition of consciousness is. This is what you guys look to Brother Polight and them arguing all day, and these fake ass historians who keep trying to connect you to Africa and keep on telling you, and none of these motherfuckers are being in Africa. You don't see him going to Zamunda. All these people are telling you to go somewhere where they won't go. Umar Johnson tell you he's the African king, but the African king won't go to Africa. These are the same people who want you to uproot yourself. The Philip the Phil show. Can't think of his last name. Philip, this brother here is one of the ultimate Pan-African brothers. He's so big on Pan-African. But the brother live in Houston, Texas. Married to a white woman. But he's so much about, black power. He's so much about black power. Some of you guys followed so many. These people are not doing anything to uplift our community and put us in the right direction. We're not heading in the right direction when it comes down to us as a nation of people. When I came on social media, I first started following the Nature Boy saga. And I have seen how most of these people, women and men, are giving donations to motherfuckers just looking for somebody to anoint. Looking for somebody to anoint as the person, as the god, the goddess, that's what they're looking for. Donating to fuckery. Shit that you can get off the internet. You see a man go into the jungle. You see the man go out there and have a couple of women. He's in the jungle and he's eating vegan, and you guys fall for the BS. But you never once tapped in and start seeing who he's bringing to these islands. You never start saying, well, you know what? This brother, he is bringing underage women. A cult leader. And this cult leader has been existing to this day right now, nobody has taken this sucker down. This man has been going on and on and on and on and on and on, and they have not taken this son of a bitch down. Nobody has taken him down because you don't want him taken down. You guys love drama. You guys love entertainment. You guys don't want some of these people actually down. You can get them off of social media if you wanted to, if you truly wanted to, but your ass don't truly want them all. Shout out to Curtis, Damian Washington, Aberson. Shout out to my brother from Abe. It's crazy. You guys don't actually want some of these people out of the way. Some of you guys just you love to talk and it gives you views. Some of you guys can't run a channel without Nature Boy being around, without Polight being around. Some of you guys won't exist without having some of these suckers around. You can't come up with your own research, your own creativity. Some of you guys can't leave the darkness alone. Some of you guys cannot live without fucking. Some of this drama gotta keep going on and on and on. It's gonna keep spilling over and keep spilling over. And some of you guys will not allow it to live. To die. Wrightwood said, love not be invisible under this a beautiful universe of amazing energy. I do do say amazing energy because I can sit here and tell you energy. Everything in life starts with energy. People survive and love off of energy. People they go crazy off of energy, and you can really hype people up to follow you, but people don't take the time to listen to you. A person can holler and scream all day long, but are you listening? I mean, goddamn, get beyond the looks of a person. Some of you motherfuckers just come to social media to see how good looking the motherfucker is, and don't see how bad the inside of the person is. But you like the way they look, and some of you guys are looking for a husband. Some of you guys are looking for a wife. Some of you, whatever the fuck you looking for. And you will pay for fuckery. Yeah, I think it's Philip Scott. Some of you guys will not actually dig in and look at these people for who they are beneath what you think they look like. Some of some of these ladies went crazy for young Pharaoh. Never thought about the knock inside of them. Somebody say black fat Phil. Yeah, so it's crazy. It's crazy. And Phil, he's the main one who Philip Scott, he's the main one with his show. And it's all black, 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 which I don't believe in the word black. I use melanated copper, but we're gonna go, let's be real. This brother, he is black power, everything's black, talking about white supremacy, but yet you sleeping with white. White, 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 white. Talk bad about white people. But yet you in the same program with them. I don't care what the man what's his preference. It would be one thing if you love a white woman, you just love a white woman. But then when you out here going around screaming and hollering and yelling that you are so quote unquote black and all for black people, and then you turn around, we see you with the white woman. It's crazy. All these people are silly. They're silly. I see we got a Moor in the house. Might have said more power. Now this Aborigine around here, but respect to you. Okay, all respect to you. Uh, um, it's crazy. It's crazy, and I'm starting to see it, and it's getting deep and deep. I see it on TikTok. I see it on all these. People are getting very, 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 very worried when it comes down to us as a melanated people. They're very threatened when it comes down to strong voices out here who are teaching the righteousness and the truth about the Aborigine people. Okay. The bottom line, we are the number one threat. I said we have surpassed the number one threat rage over the Hebrew Israelites. I believe that. I really believe that. Now, Drizzle Gang said his show wasn't always that. The Drizzle Gang said that his show wasn't all that or always that. I guess that's what he's saying. But it's crazy to me. It's nothing wrong if the man chose he wants to be with a white woman. I have no problem with that. But my problem is you want to holler black power, and then you turn around and you sleeping with a white woman. Shout out to Lamons Jr. What's up, bro? Peace and blessings. Copper Color TY says these Pan-African people are teaching the same thing we have been taught in elementary for centuries. The same old bogus lies. I feel it. It is time to let go of that same story that has been used no good. Yeah, the same story that told us that we all came on slave ships. The same story that believes that a melanin people, if you believe that we are the original people of the world, if you believe that we are the original people, why would you believe that melanin people only exist in one region, which is Africa? Why would you believe that all our people come from Africa? Why would you not believe that if we were the original, we would be everywhere. Shout out to JR in the house. Why would you believe that our people would be secluded in one area? If you basically telling me white people can be everywhere and melanin people can't be nowhere but Africa. That's what you're telling me. And it's amazing that some of you gurus that come on the channel never talk about white people being African. None of you guys talk about that. But you guys want to talk about American people being African. They got white people that live in South America. South Africa. And was born in South Africa. But nobody talks about that. And when they come to America, nobody calls them African American. When the people from South Africa come to America, they don't say that. They call them European. So why do you allow them to put you in a box? Why are we the only people that be allowed to be put in a box? How do you believe that our people get to the Caribbeans? How do you believe that our people are all across this universe, that you see melanin people all across this universe? There's a melanin person in China, Japan, I don't care where it goes, in Mexico. There is a melanin person everywhere across seas. It does not matter where you go. So why would you believe that America would not be the same? In Canada, they have melanin people. Why would you only believe that we are only in one sector and that we are only capable of being in one region if we are supposed to be the original people of the land? So then now you're saying that we're not the original people. That's what you're saying? That we can only be in Africa. You're telling me that we are not the original people. Well, then proof, bone structures, scientific facts that we have been in Turtle Island for centuries. From Brazil to Canada, which is one land base, one continent that they don't even consider. From South America to Canada, we are one continent. Just like Africa is a continent, we are one continent. So what makes you believe that all of our people came from boats? Why would you believe that all of our people came from boats? Some of you guys don't even want to talk about Pangea. Some of you guys don't want to even face the facts that the world was connected as one. You only believe in boats. Your mind only goes straight through boats. You don't even believe travel was existed even when the land was connected. But your mind won't even think like that because you are caught in, somebody has told you that everything came from boats. We clearly know that the world, the seas, and the tide would not allow people to come across such a voyage in a boat. Not all them people came as like people say, and I believe they came in later times in the 1900s when technology got better. But when we're talking about civilization, when it started, hell no, our people been here. We are global people that were traveling everywhere. But we are the original here in Turtle Island. Asia, African, Europe is still one continent. That is a fact. To this day. That is the truth. But nobody wants to believe that we established right here. And then we can believe that none of you guys want to debate the fact that the Mongoloids came here and they migrated over here from Asia. None of you guys talks about how they came from Siberian Asian, and we just accept the fact that they called themselves native. We accept the fact that they call themselves native to a land that does not belong to them. That bone structures, we were already here. Turtle said, because I've been married to a Caucasian for 25 years, and Turtle said that it's wrong to assume you have someone feels. I want you to understand, Turtle, is what we're saying. If you are a person to think that if you black power, black power, black power, and you want to say that you all for black, 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 and then you turn around and you marry white, then you're not pro-black. That's what we're saying. That's not a problem. And like I say, you can marry who the hell you want to marry. You can love who you want to marry, love. But we're talking about people who want to sit there and talk about black, black, black. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're talking about. Okay. No offense to you being married to a Caucasian people. Okay, let me see. We got in 5 years or less, New Orleans will not be what everybody thought it would be like. The past of what they are living in now. Pay attention. New Orleans they have been working on New Orleans for a very long time. Okay, when in Hurricane Katrina, that was one of the reasons they blew the levee. Hurricane Katrina was one of the reasons that they blew the levee. They blew the levee to displace people because in historical districts, they wanted the lower ninth wall. Okay, the lower ninth wall has the port, so the lower ninth wall is connected to the port. They get a lot of shipping. It's a lot of money to be made. So they want to remove the melanated, complected people from out them districts. Everything is about money. They did not do that to Lake Shore. They didn't blow the levees for Lake Shore. It accidentally happened that way towards Metairie. That was not the intent to blow the levees on them. But their intent was to remove. Their intent was to remove melanated black people. That was the intent, and that's what people got to understand. Okay, so that was the intent. They wanted to make the Lord Nightwatch. Shout out to Opinion Junkie. They wanted to make the Lord Nightwatch into a green space. That is absolutely correct. Which because they do know that the Nightwatch has a lot of valuable with the port down there. And another thing, yeah, shout out to King Flea in the house. We got some new people that showed up um, and we got Jed. Jed Bush got land out of that. Yeah, these are the same people that when you heard President Bush say that Brownie, you're doing a great job. This is the same man that said, Brownie, you're doing a great job, while many of us was being displaced, while many of us had floods in our houses and lost everything. This is the same man who was riding when George Bush was riding around in a helicopter, while many of us we're fighting for our lives, fighting for our existence. Okay, Chapatula. For those who don't know, Chapatula tribes down there in New Orleans, Louisiana. For those that's where it makes me crazy mad to hear somebody from Lafayette tell people that actually born and raised in New Orleans that they're not from the Chapatula tribe. A person from Lafayette, Louisiana, or who have no connection to our being in New Orleans, Louisiana. Once again, I'm going to recast. Shout out to Chief Sunow. I'm going to recast what I was saying. Brother Polight's daughter, 14-year-old stepdaughter, is allegedly raped by Brother Polight. Brother Polight's stepdaughter, 14 years old, also had semen on her clothes. For those who just coming in, Brother Polight is arrested on charges of rape. He is charged with rape, raping his 14-year-old daughter. And I'm still trying to feel like you are a polygamist and you have multiple women in your house, but you chose to rape your own daughter. You chose to rape your own stepdaughter. It may not be your blood, but you chose to rape your own stepdaughter. And we can't get beyond the fact that you left evidence on her clothing. You were sloppy at doing the devil's work. You were sloppy. So they found evidence that you had sex with this young lady and that this young lady will probably be dealing with this trauma. You also got her drunk till she passed out. So you basically was raping a body that was not moving. And that's and it's sad. It's sad for those who coming in. Shout out to Zoes. Zoes hustling in the house. Shout out to you. He needs to be crucified. And no one around anybody else's door. How many other young ladies that he's done this to? How many other young ladies that he has done this to? How many other young ladies that he has done this to? Remember that he believes in polygamy. So some of them ladies that he is married, were they young before before they got of age? I mean, we got to question all these things. This Pan-African fool who going around, who one of Sinetta TV's, one of Sinetta TV's boys, one of Sinetta's boys, Hassan Campbell, one of his boys, why it's his menace, I guess his rival. But young Pharaoh, they're falling right before our eyes. They're falling right before our eyes. All oh, no offense to people who live in Lafayette, Louisiana. I want people to understand that I got several family members in Lafayette, Louisiana. I want to make that known. No offense to Lafayette, Louisiana. I said that Lafayette, this person who we're talking about was considering themselves a part of the Chapatula tribe, was trying to degrade the Chapatula tribe. But yes, I have several family members. Shout out to Lafayette, Louisiana, and much love to my family that's in Lafayette, Louisiana. Yes, I have family all in Lafayette, Louisiana. So shout out to Lafayette, Louisiana. No offense, if you hear me, I'm talking to a particular person who's impersonating the Tapatula tribe. Okay. But shout out to you, bro. Also shout out. We got Ram Richards in the house. He said Ram Richards say we saw this way back 5 years ago with the little girl in the background. Now, I don't know if it was 5 years ago because I know I made a video that was just a year ago. I made a video a year ago. And his daughter, which was supposed to be underage, was missing. So did she run away? Did the daughter run away? Was she missing because she was running away from Brother Polight? Because this was just a year ago that this young lady was missing. Now, this was supposed to be his blood daughter, I was assuming. But this was just last year, or maybe almost 2 years ago, where I did a video and nobody could find the brother. It's sad. And this was just last year. Maybe I'm coming on to something. Because I did a video praying for Brother Polight to find his daughter. His daughter was missing last year. because I don't wish bad on anybody, even if they Pan-African American. I don't care who they is. When it comes down to melanin skin, I don't wish it on anybody, even white people. I don't wish for nobody to lose their children. I don't care if you Spanish, white, black, brown, too. I don't know. But something is wrong with this. Because if this the same girl, that means this young lady was running from Brother Polight since last year. Have he been running since she had her period? Since she became a woman? Have he been? I mean, this is something somebody just brought this up. Immortal, what's up, Immortal in the house? It's crazy. You guys just opened up something in the chat just now, and I'm just reading this, and I'm starting to put pieces together. Is this the truth? Was this young lady trying to flee away from her daddy since last year? And now he gets her drunk. The young lady gets drunk to where she passes out and she wakes up with his sperm on her. I mean, I don't know if this is a allegedly conspiracy. Just go check out the old video that I made last year, telling everybody to pray for Brother Polight. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. Like I said, at the end of the day, you got to hold. I want you guys to hold a hand on your own children. You never know where it's going to come from. Young ladies out there, young men, stop trusting in everybody. Young ladies, especially everybody that come in your life. You fall in love with. You bring these men into your children's life. So quick to want a man, but your child is not being protected. You're so quick to want a man. And when the children are trying to give you some kind of hint that something may be going on, you keep on putting these children off. Because some of you women are threatening by your own children, your own child. And that's a sad thing. Don't be so quick to allow these men to come into your house. Don't be so quick because this is what happened. This is a big example. And Tony said sounded like he was trying to have his way. Sounded like he was trying to have his way. And it's sounding more and more that it's coming to peace. Everything's coming together. When your children are telling you something, I mean, you can tell something wrong with your children. You can tell, you can watch their movements, how they eat, how they want to be around. You can tell something wrong with children. Listen to your children. I would rather listen to my children than be feeling like I'm a bad father in the end. I don't care what friend that you got around the family and all this other stuff. Listen to your children. So as I close, and I would like to thank everybody for coming in. Please share the video. I want to thank you. We got Keisha Murphy. We have Rainstorm, the brother Rainstorm in the house. I see Dominique up there in the house. We got the Telepack Chief in the house. Tony, my brother Tony, Chief Sun Owl. We got the color copper color TY, Robert Jones in the house. We got We Boogie in the house. We got Immortal in the house. We got Zoe's Hustles in the house. We got Ali, Amira Ali, or Morbay in the house. We got all all eyes. I guess it's all E for R or Z in the house. Um, and remember, yeah, and shout out to OG Dubs, Chicago Towns in the house. Shout out to you. If I didn't catch it, you know what I'm trying. You know, if I didn't get a shout out to any one of you guys, you know I'm trying. Like I said, and shout out to Wrightwood in the house. I saw Aborigine TV. Shout out to that brother, and you know, for those who came in, shout out to all you guys because, like I said, we are stronger together than apart. Um, there's nothing that's gonna divide us but us. Nothing. Shout out to Copper Color TY. Um, it's just a sad thing. If you got children and you got any feelings, you can feel for the situation for those who have children. And like I said, remember subscribe to Peanut Notify before. Also hit the bell. I'm gonna give you these rundowns. Yeah, please hit that like button. Um, let's try to get this thing up to 1K. Remember that this is an Aborigine perspective. It's not. This is not no anybody but the Aborigine perspective. Okay. Um, Also, if you would like to donate to the channel, you're always welcome to support the channel. Once again, peace and blessings to all you guys. I hope you guys have a great day, great night. You know what I'm saying? So it was breaking news, and I wasn't able to let people know that I was coming on. But thank you for those who came in the chat. It was let's pray for the young lady who was raped allegedly raped by Brother Polight. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But peace and blessings to you guys. Remember, the opinions in the chat may not reflect the opinions of Peanut Nola 504 and his Aborigine channel. Have a beautiful night.